Spending your long weekend as an indoor kid? Why not binge a back catalog of over 330 videos you've never seen, with a new one every single Tuesday? Support the habit at patreon.com/doseofbuckley. It's safe to say the reason you ever started watching my videos in the first place is because of my worst songs and musical autopsies, where I predominantly make fun of the lyrics of poorly written songs. This would be a safe assumption for about 90% of my audience. But you know what they say about assumptions? They make an ass out of you and umptions? Or they screwed that up. No, but one of the biggest complaints I get from people who like shitty pop and rap songs is, why are you so picky about the lyrics? Just think of them as another instrument. Like, you don't have to be treating them like deep poetry. Which, A, yes I do, that's what makes it funny. Me holding watch me whip, watch me nay-nay to an impossible standard. And B, not listening to the lyrics is how we get idiots doing things like telling Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine to not be political. The guy whose lead single off his very first album accuses cops of being Klan members. If you listened to the lyrics, you'd have known that he was always a dirty lib. But I can excuse the average person for not knowing or caring what the actual message of a song is. To them, it's just disposable entertainment. But to musicians who actually write lyrics for a living, who would like people to actually pay attention to them since they put all that work into it, you'd think that they'd have a deeper appreciation for actually listening to a song and understanding the ones that they enjoy. No? Well, meet Aaron Lewis, country singer and frontman of the post-grunge band Stained. Here he is talking about Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA on the Tucker Carlson Show.
The fact that he duped us all with one of the most anti-American songs ever and called it Born in the USA as some sort of celebration of how great it is to be born in the USA. I'm angry at myself for not seeing it for so long and actually giving him, in my mind, the credit of being a representation of blue-collar America.
Now, I should admit that this is from last year, but it started making the rounds again in June of this year as we plodded toward America's 250th birthday, which I'm posting this video on. Happy birthday, America! You don't look a day over 200. But people were sharing this consequence of sound post that they dug back up from their own archives. Duped us all. Real Tim Robinson hot dog guy sketch energy here. We're all looking for the guy who did this. No, man. Don't speak for all of us. You were the one who was duped. Which is crazy because, again, you are a musician. What do you mean you never actually listened to the lyrics of a song you apparently once thought was so patriotic, so great? You just nodded your bulbous noggin to the "I was born in the USA" chorus and never once thought, again, as a songwriter, to listen to the rest of it? And you admitted this in an interview watched by 1 million people? That's gotta be a humiliation kink or something, no? Of course, for those of you not overly familiar with this song because it is over 40 years old, the song tells the story of a young small-town man who got into a little hometown jam. So they put a rifle in my hands, sent me off to a foreign land to go kill the yellow man. Bruce, that's really politically incorrect. The Viet Cong used female soldiers too. No, but you don't need the fucking Rosetta Stone to translate this. This character got in trouble with the law, and instead of being sent to jail, he got sent to Vietnam. It details him coming home, not being able to find work, Veterans Affairs not providing him any help, lamenting the loss of his brother, whether that's an actual family member or like a brother in arms is unclear, but either way, and it wraps up with the character having nowhere to run and nowhere to go. The Born in the USA chorus being a sarcastic protest, suggesting that America could do better by its veterans, that this character is a very real representation of many who were forced to fight in Vietnam and many other wars, and that the greatest country in the world should take care of its own. Again, I'm not some genius interpreting poetry here. It's written out plain as day. It couldn't be more clear. Was Aaron Lewis also duped, swindled, hornswoggled, if you will, by those dastardly Canadians Neil Young and the Guess Who? Does he think Keep On Rockin' in the Free World is a celebration of freedom and not also a condemnation of the US's failure to protect its own citizens? Them maple syrup drinking moose fuckers done bamboozled me. I thought American Woman was about a sexy American woman. The American woman is America itself. That seductive harlot Lady Liberty, trying to entice us innocent, naive Canadians, with her colored lights to hypnotize. The Guess Who telling her to get away, that we don't want any part of her war machine and ghetto scene. Again, if you're the average person who just treats lyrics like another instrument and only ever really listens to the hook, I get it. You don't actually care about music. You just like semi-pleasant sounds entering your ears, and that's fine. But when you're Aaron Lewis, a musician, it's pretty inexcusable. But what's funnier is that he misses the point twice.
The fact that he duped us all with one of the most anti-American songs ever.
I'm going to throw a huge twist at you here. Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA isn't anti-American at all. It's fun to reduce it to that, to go, the chuds don't understand, they've been singing along to a song that makes fun of them the whole time. But it's not anti-American. It's pro-America in two ways. One, it's suggesting that America, the greatest country in the world, can do better because it's so great, that it shouldn't fail its brave veterans. Bruce is singing on behalf of these Americans. And two, it's an exercise in freedom of speech, the most American fucking thing you can think of. Things moved a little slower back in the early days, but a few years after the country became a country, the founding fathers go, okay, we gotta guarantee some freedoms for everyone. Let's start with the first one, okay? What's the first freedom Americans should be guaranteed? Freedom of speech. It's number God fisting one. The whole reason the US became a country in the first place, a bunch of Brits were tired of George III's tyranny and went, we don't want our own country to become like that. We want people to be able to say whatever the fuck they want, even if it's critical of us. In fact, especially if it's critical of us. What the fuck is the point of free speech if you're just gonna use it to gargle the balls of whoever's in charge? Oh, yes, sir. I love this freedom you've given me to lick your boots clean. Oh, I missed a spot. The irony is that Aaron Lewis has a song called Let's Go Fishing, which really duped me. I thought it would be about fishing. Maybe some tips on finding a good spot and the best bait to use. But instead, it makes a Let's Go Brandon reference, which, as you remember, was code for fuck Joe Biden, and says, we can make America great again. So, swearing at the sitting president, not respecting the office at all, and suggesting America isn't already great? That sounds pretty anti-American to me, maybe more anti-American than Born in the USA. Bruce Springsteen didn't call Lyndon B. Johnson an asshole in a cute little code. Let's go, Brandon. What childish nonsense was that? Even Canadians had the balls to just put the word fuck on bumper stickers protesting Trudeau. But anyway, again, happy 250th birthday, America. I know I'm hard on you sometimes, but it's only because I love you. Canada's so jealous of you, we had to make laws to make radio and TV stations play our own shit once in a while, because if they didn't make those laws, we'd choose to watch your shows and listen to your music 100 times out of 100. And I would bet that many Canadians listen to music the same way Aaron Lewis does. Passively and obliviously, like a drooling mouth breather clapping along to sounds like a baby. Which is your right to do, and fuck anyone who tells you otherwise. My alternate ending for this video: I could never hate the country that gave me Jeopardy, originally hosted by a Canadian, superhero comics, oh yeah, Superman was invented by Canadians, the telephone, peanut butter, the ink that goes on American money, really, also a Canadian, huh? Oh, I know something that you guys gave me. My fucked up sense of humor. Growing up watching Dennis Leary and Lewis Black, and Norm Macdonald, a Canadian, but whatever. My parents watching George Carlin when I was like 12, and that's seeping into me. Thanks, America. I might not have been born in the USA, but I was made by the USA.